Oh, I think that makes it 4 wins on the trot. And we go into Magic Round to face the Waz. Welcome to On the Ranch. Yeah, On the Ranch, brought to you by Malones Irish Pub. I'm XR Bob. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, Facebook,
Skype,
probably Skype,
Zoom,
definitely not Zoom,
ICQ,
Teams.
ICQ.
Yes. I used to remember my number, but not anymore. That guy you just heard was Morgan Holmes Evans, also on all those socials.
Hello, everybody. I think I might fire my ICQ account back up, actually, and just say hello to a few old friends.
Imagine if it made a comeback. Between that and Napster.
I'm just here waiting for a mate.
Waiting for a mate.
Just waiting for a mate. Speaking of mates.
Speaking of mates, well, we got Billy. Billy's in the house.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for turning up.
I'm back this week.
The Reggie's jersey on. Yeah, feeling much better. Face isn't leaking today. That's good to see.
Yeah, it's very minimal.
Minimal face leakage.
Definitely still have a cough in the morning, but that's all right.
Don't we all? The weather brings it about. The Bogan Sommelier, which is a name we came up with a few weeks ago. Pistol Pete
Now,
on the spot.
He's training for his marathon, I believe.
Well, that's one theory. The other theory is it was Anzac Day on Friday and the Canefield Ashes Saturday, Sunday, and 3 days of hitting it hard. Look, he'll tell the story later, but
Taking its toll.
it has taken its toll.
I did not know that Pete had a line.
Yeah, no, he's got a line.
So he's hit the line.
I think he took a running leap over the line.
It sounds from today that he's hit the wall hard.
Didn't sound good.
Mm.
He didn't sound good at all. And, you know, it's rare. It's rare that he hits it hard enough.
My worry, my concern for our friend Pete
Don't be worried.
is that he has a very short backup to Magic Round where
Yes.
he has to put on a good performance.
Well, he's got a whole court.
He's got a whole court.
That's some court.
He's got panicans to drink out of. He's got hats to sell.
Yeah.
I'm worried that he's only going to have, when's he heading down? Thursday night,
I believe
Friday
he's
morning?
going. I believe he's going Friday.
So he's only got a good, let's say 4 days of half recovery before he's got to pack and get on a plane and go again.
He's an old guy now, so
He's gotta load up.
it takes a long time to recover.
I am concerned that he may not manage the weekend.
Well, you've seen him in previous Magic Round years.
Yes, and he battles through and he makes it through all the way to the Monday.
I will give it to him. He does back up usually pretty well. Today doesn't sound good though.
This might be a first.
Well,
We
he's
might see him not make it.
He's not getting any younger, that's for sure.
No,
He ain't getting any younger. I
certainly
reckon.
not. Needs glasses.
When
these
does he
days.
get through to? Sunday midday?
Oh, look, that's
he-
probably. Well, it depends. Like if Cowboys do well,
Yeah, that's
and
my worry.
and flog the Waz.
And then he's partying and celebrating.
Yeah,
And he's going to hit the new Star Casino, which is lovely. So he's going to explore the new game and tables.
I'm going to hit that myself.
It's a big facility.
Yep.
He might get caught up.
I'm told the rooftop bar there is quite the.
Rooftop bar is fantastic. There's rooftop bars and restaurants, 360-degree viewing deck,
right.
all for free. It's fantastic.
All for
Brilliant.
free.
Very good facility
To enter.
to enter.
Yeah,
Bars are not free.
of course.
But
Or drinks
I
are.
think I can see him running out of puff on a Sunday.
Okay.
That's my concern.
Well, that's I don't know. He backs up well, and my theory is, okay, you might hit it hard one night, but then you've got until 3 and 4 in the afternoon before
That's
you
true.
need to get to the next game.
Yeah, but he's a 10 a.m. starter.
If we're drinking 12 hours, yeah, it's a bit like it's a marathon. It's 3. I've been told reliably that it is you've got to get your Test cricket mindset.
Yep.
In
You got to get
in
your
step.
you
Rather,
got to
it's,
get knock in.
It's not a T20.
No, you got to get your eye in. You got to go for a good knock.
Yes,
Couple
exactly.
cherries in the middle.
On the ranch, nq.myshopify.com for said panicans and flat caps. I took mine off because it was squeezing my head before and I was getting a bit of a headache, but this is what they look like. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful. Sideways.
And
Front
it's
on.
not the hat. Rob just has a big head,
I do actually have a big head. They are one size fits most.
except Rob's.
So Rob's,
Apparently.
look, we won't say where they're made, but they are.
Tariff free.
They are currently tariff free.
Get in before the tariff hits, guys.
I don't know that. That would work. I'm pretty sure Unless
I think we're safe to,
unless
yeah.
you're diverting them
Yes.
via the US,
Bit of arbitrage.
where you would imagine that you add your 154% tariff going one way,
Yes.
and another 30% coming the other way. Anyway, you can find them there. Yes, it is episode 196. We are fast approaching our 200th episode,
That's scary.
which we keep saying we're going to do something special. 100%, we're just going to be sitting here going, oh shit, we should have
No, we're
planned
going to do something special.
Okay.
We're going to do it. We're going to do something good.
I believe Pete is working on a big guest.
Big guess.
I don't actually know that for sure, but
He will after this weekend. He'll meet a few people.
Yeah.
Did he mean big as in tall or
Probably.
big? Yeah.
Yeah, taller than Pete, so it could be
Oh,
someone
okay.
who's 5'11"
Yeah, true.
instead of what we think. Head over to patreon.com. There is a good hour's worth of chat, or very close. No, actually, we have to cut.
We have to
good
cut a little
10,
bit out
15
of
minutes
it.
out. We
Legals.
for legal reasons.
Yeah, legals.
That is audio that is not to be heard by anybody.
I'm no lawyer, and even I know, but it's probably a little bit,
That's gonna-
a little bit much.
Might land us in a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're going to cut that one. But yeah, no, look, the rest of the Patreon chat is a little bit of a little bit of Anzac Day in there.
Top tier. I talk about my story up to the Tablelands.
That
That's a good story.
that was quality.
Thank you for your service,
That was-
everybody,
that was
at
no- that
at
was
the
no-
parade in March.
That was no hat trick under nines
No.
spin bowling. That was, that was impressive. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and if you can share us off to one more of your friends, just one.
Just had one.
Just add one more, mate.
Yep.
To steal a line from the young Donnie Watkin, who I did see just before the parade last on the weekend as well.
Hasn't actually put out a podcast since before he was on here.
Yeah, I know. You can't handle the pressure anymore.
Shout out to Donnie Watkin, actually. Can we just give him a shout out?
We can give him a little shout out. I was hoping to
because-
see your name in this list, by the way.
Yes, he is doing a thing. He is doing,
He's doing a
a
thing.
charity event. I'm just bringing up the details. I'm doing a little bit of filler. Donnie Watkin is doing the Breaking Point Challenge. Now, this is The Cure Starts Now, Australia. 20 ordinary people, one extraordinary cause.
It doesn't carry on. It doesn't say what the actual challenge is.
No, 20 people have stepped up to take on one of the toughest challenges imaginable, 30 relentless hours of physical and mental endurance to support children fighting brain cancer. Over the next 5 months, they'll train hard, push their limits, blah, blah, blah. So shout out to everyone who participated. It looks like 20 local people.
Yeah, I recognise some of the names.
Recognise
in there.
some.
There is one young Nick D'Amato who's already pretty fit as it is.
I reckon Nick's going to do okay.
And he's going to give it a chop. I see Caro of
Caro's there.
Caro and Kingy.
Yep. Aaron
We're-
Power,
We're on the block at one point.
sales agent at Colliers. Fantastic
I
lad.
believe Ben Kingsbury
Ben's
of
there, yep.
Kingsbury Heart Courts is in there
Yep.
as well.
Martin McDonough from McDonough Properties.
There's a lot of property people.
Quite a few real estate people. Donnie Harris from Harris Law.
No Trent from SPF.
No, Trent. And
Slack.
I didn't get a call either, by the way. I was.
No.
But shout out to Donnie for a good cause, raising a lot of money for child brain cancer.
I'm sure he will. That's very good effort. Well, we'll see in 30.
Still
6
doesn't
months.
tip Cowboys, by the way. Just
No, I
quietly,
know.
but-
I have noticed that.
So
That's,
we'll take $10 away.
look,
for
that's 4 points in the last month
yes,
that I can add up that he's missed out on. So that's just his own fault.
yes,
Yes.
very true.
Yeah. Speakpipe.com/on the ranch. Leave us a message. And we actually we have one here from the one and only who we spoke about before. So I'll just hit play on this bad boy.
Hello, fellow ranchers. Pistol here. As you know, I'm not in tonight. Massive weekend, Anzac Day, Canefield Ashes, Victoria's Secret, premiers of the A grade, Canefield Ashes. It's been a big weekend. It's been a fun one. Magic Round's coming up. And I'll see you all down at the Caxton.
I don't
Cowboys
think
fourth
so.
straight in a row now, going for 5 against the Wars. I am definitely not a healthy boy. Talk to you later on.
Pete sounds like A, he's being held hostage. B, he should be at hospital.
For those listening in, we got that a message similar to that saying, no, I'm too busted. I'm not coming to the pod tonight at around about 3:30 this afternoon, or probably 2:30 this afternoon. And we're recording it. It's currently about 7 o'clock. So a bit of late notice there. And to be busted this late in the day after
Good effort.
Well, we don't know. We don't know what he got into.
I'd say based on being what is it? Where was he playing?
Canefield
The Canefield
Ashes in the
Ashes.
Burdekin,
You'd
yeah.
have to assume a bit of a sugarcane champagne.
Yeah, there's every chance he just had a bad sandwich.
It's possible.
Probably
That does happen.
Probably a pesto and salami sandwich.
Mortadella cheese gets you. I tell you
Mortadella
what.
cheese.
It gets you what?
We got a couple more speak pipes here. Let's launch this one. And it never works when you hit replay on this one. It's something about speak pipe. I don't know. It's a good service, but
G'day on the ranch. Long time listener, first time caller. It's Trent. Just want to check what everyone's thoughts are around Penrith. I still cannot escape the fact that it could actually be Luai. Can't stand him, but was he the glue that kept the Panthers together? Yeah, let me know.
not a bad question. It's probably no coincidence. After he leaves, suddenly Panthers can't win in Australia.
Yeah, if you take enough Panthers out of the Panthers and put them in the Tigers, it's just
Exactly.
it's just another big cat, right?
Tigers getting up over the Sharks. Maybe there is a bit of something in that. Maybe Luai was the glue. Well, clear. I don't think it was just Luai, but there's definitely something wrong with the Panthers.
I think I've definitely lost one person too many. But you know that thing about my friend is my enemy's friend, or my enemy is my friend's friend.
Friend of my friend is my enemy.
Everyone hated
Enemy
the
of my
Panthers.
enemy is my friend. Yeah.
Exactly. Everyone hated the Panthers because of Luai, right? So now he's not there. Maybe they haven't got that, us versus them mentality anymore in the sheds.
Yeah,
Maybe they've just gone a bit soft
Yeah, maybe
because they realised that he was the
rat bag.
chosen one.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the chosen one.
chosen
I don't
one.
know if I'd go that far.
But
Well-
I think Trent might be on someone.
I think a couple at the start of the season we had Cole on the show and he was loving Luai as well. So I know he had a lot of chops for Cleary,
Yes.
but I think he also had a bit of praise for Luai. So
Which
could
is
be.
unusual. No, I haven't met too many people who do take a favourable view on Luai.
Oh, clearly he can play, and whether he's the one dragging the Tigers up a little. Interestingly, Tigers are 9th this week. I just had to.
And I
point
used to
that out.
hate his shit-eating grin, but it's almost now to a point where it's like he's played to the point where he deserves to have that shit-eating grin because it's like.
I mean, 4 premierships in a row.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's like you sort of get to a point where you just sort of do you just hate him because he's been in the team that's won 4 times, or do you hate him because it's personal? I don't know.
I think
he's-
there was a bit of that, and when he carried on with that wedding speech, and then he got all arrogant with
And
all
then-
the people that
well,
were
then there was
responding
the
to
post
him.
that he put on Facebook, Instagram after Origin, where he's
Yeah.
like, "All you losers have work tomorrow" or something.
Yeah,
Which is-
yeah.
At the end of the day, all them losers did have work the next day.
Well, yeah, look, he played the villain, and he played it well, and he was happy to do it.
Oh yeah.
And everyone loves to hate a villain.
Well, as far as having his own like brand, I reckon he's doing perfect.
I think he played into the brand quite well.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
for a couple of years there.
I think part of it definitely is I reckon they really miss Brian To'o too. I
yeah,
think he's an
absolutely.
absolute start of a player.
without a doubt,
So
He's
I reckon
injured, right?
he's
But
injured, hamstring, I think.
but they look off like across the board. They're making
From the
errors.
start of the season, yeah.
They're making errors left, right, and centre.
But they didn't have Cleary, no To'o, Luai's gone.
But even Cleary's back now, and
Cleary's
they
back.
are no better.
No. But give it a bit of time. I reckon To'o comes back. I get some of their players back. I reckon they'll come back.
I think, yeah,
I
agree.
don't think they'll win.
I think it's one of the. No, I don't.
comp.
No, not this year. Don't say it. They might. It could be one of those things where it is. It's just they've lost that one too many,
Yep.
and they're still recovering their combos.
Yep.
And when you say lose one too many, losing your 4 in a row seasoned number 6,
Yeah.
that's not a small loss.
And you know that people are leaving next year and the year after. Like, people are already signing to go.
Yeah.
So, like, there's going to be not as tight in the dressing room sheds. I reckon the core is starting to melt away.
This is the core. Remember that played or whatever it is in New South Wales, Jersey Flag or whatever.
Yeah, they played through all the comps.
They played
together.
like under 19s, Jersey
Yeah.
Flag, reserve grade, and now and so it was the same people
Yep, the whole way through.
the whole way through.
Yep, they were that club.
And now
And they've just been
it's
picked
just
away.
starting to split away.
Yep.
What I find interesting, and I thought of this on the weekend. Gus Gould was there.
Yep.
Had his 5-year plan turned into about a 10-year plan. He left, and not this isn't because he left, but he's basically helped set up that pathways so you had the same players come through. Suddenly now the Bulldogs
The
are starting
doggies.
to come good.
Yes.
I wonder if, but I don't. Look, I haven't looked into the Bulldogs as much as we all know Panthers had all their reserve grade teams. Do the Bulldogs, are they going all right in reserve grade? Is it because of the Gus effect there?
It's a good question, but I'm a number one Gus fan in Australia. I love Gus. I miss him
can't go
doing
that
his Origin bloody pump up speeches where he stood out on the try line and had the
Yeah.
camera around. Gus is fantastic. Don't get me wrong, love Gus.
50-50 on Gus.
No, I'll take Gus. If there was, like on your Star, you could press red
Yep.
and you could get like a different commentary.
Oh, God.
If
that's
I
gone
could
back.
press red and I get Gus,
Yeah.
Gus feed, Gus vision, I'd do it.
I think we need to press red and have the continuous call team, though. The direct feed into KO.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be good. Actually, Billy said like, 2 weeks ago about how you
2
go with
weeks
call
ago
team.
and 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I'd be voting for Gus.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that.
No, his takes are good. He says it honestly. He jams it up the NRL. He says this is crap. He doesn't look after all their political crap. I'm a fan.
Everyone's jamming it into the NRL now.
They are these days. But Gus started it. Gus was the OG. Gus was the number one guy who did it.
Even Joey now.
Yeah, and he's the
ripping into
biggest
them.
bloody shiller for the NRL you ever seen in your life.
This week, he has ripped into them.
Yep. About the high tackles, mate.
Yeah. Or the sin bins, yeah.
Yeah,
It was 18
Yeah, it's taking a piss.
in one weekend across, what's that, 8 games, 9 games?
Yeah.
8 games?
Eight games.
18.
Oh, there's a
18.
bye.
Yeah. So
7 games.
8 games.
8 games.
That's to be
Sorry, we said all in 8. 8.
Figure
7,
it
8, 9, 8. Let's go in the middle.
We should know this.
I forgot there's a reason there's a bye. It's because it's not even.
That's right.
Yep.
But yeah, 18, yeah, it's ridiculous. That's more than 2, obviously more than 2 a game.
Yeah, it's taking a piss.
It's just, and they reckon they're going to keep it up this weekend. They're just going to ruin it for a lot of people.
If
And
anything
Joey's-
else,
Joey's
step it
got a point
up.
there.
They step it up normally in Magic Round.
Yeah.
It's normally when they step things up.
Well,
Because you got everyone in one spot.
Yeah.
I guess you can easily make sure everyone, same ref, same whatever, you can make sure it's all the same.
maybe. I think they should relax it off. It's gone too far.
I think it has. But legally, they probably have been told you have to do it.
I don't think so.
I reckon.
It should be if there's intent or, it
Reckless.
injures somebody, if it's reckless, if it's obviously too
Yep.
high.
Yep.
Sure. If it's accidental, no. Maybe a penalty. Accidental should go back. It's a penalty, not
See
a
the
sin.
dude touched the shoulders from the back as he tackled? I think it was in our game. He literally grabbed the shoulders from the back. Sin bin.
Yeah, it's
Did you see? I can't remember what game it was, but I think someone just came in for an interchange, got past the ball, coming from the back fence, and just come and smash the line. And then someone in the line just sort of turned their body a little bit to put. They didn't put the shoulder in; they just put their shoulder in front of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And old mate ran straight into it, and 10 in the bin.
yeah.
I'm sitting there going, "Are you kidding?"
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like he ran into him, and then he got in trouble for it.
That's right.
Like, I don't know.
No, it's gone overboard. We've got another speak pipe here. I think Trent.
Hot off the press.
I think he hit the button twice accidentally.
Oh, okay, here we go.
How much do you reckon a pair of Queensland Malones footy shorts, 23-24 vintage, are worth? Size 32. They come with the mesh insides. Thanks.
The mesh makes it all.
I'm not sure if Trent meant to hit speak pipe there or he was actually in a pawn shop.
32.
PAWN shop.
Yeah. Hardcore porn.
Hardcore PAWN.
I mean, I don't know what they're worth, but I've got a buddy of mine who knows all about footy shorts, and he should be able to give me
Yeah.
the price.
I reckon $6.
He did say vintage 23,
It's not very vintage.
22, 23, didn't he? Circa. That's 5-10 Best we can do is $10.
Especially with a mesh inside. It means you're probably not wearing underwear in there. So hang them out to
Don't
dry.
go visual.
No.
Yeah.
Interesting size, though. Is old pistol a 32?
Size 32. No, look, I don't want to cast aspersions because I can't speak, but I'm pretty sure there's only one person in.
I'm close to it.
There's only one person I know that is involved with this pod who probably could be close to
Could be a 32.
and he's sitting at the end of the table.
Yes, right.
And
Yeah,
he's
I was-
probably smaller than that.
I was half wondering when Trent would fit in a 32.
Yeah, it's look, I'm not going to cast aspersions.
Please, I'm taking the 50.
I'm a 30.
Yeah, well, there
You're
you go.
30.
Yeah.
So I can just now squeeze into a 34.
And it depends on the cut. I used to
It
be able to-
depends on everything.
Yeah.
It depends on a lot of stuff. But
Depends on the
I
day.
can do a 34.
It depends how many dodgy salami sandwiches you have.
Yes,
before.
exactly. I'll tell you what, good way to lose weight, by the way.
Oh, I'll bet.
I didn't fully stick to keto on the weekend, but
Yeah.
It didn't last too long.
I reckon you had a bit of keto poisoning. Just
Yeah, it might have been a little bit. Carb poisoning, I think.
knocked you back in there.
that's it.
Sammy Davis commented on our Facebook page, despite getting the 2 points last night, some of the officiating was atrocious. Yes, leaning into the sin bin we were just talking about, but also Aaron Parkinson added to that forward pass. They asked Toddy about it in the press conference. He had a pretty good answer that we got a good call on one of our tries too. Yes, we did. I think our game plan is to get a man in the bin, rally, and then demolish. Seems to have happened the last 3 games.
Look, that is honestly our thing. That's our MO.
You see a lot of teams go better when there's only 12 on the park. They tend to rally, but I think it takes it a bit out of them. It's just that we were playing the Titans who don't have a 80-minute game at the moment.
It's like a power play in the cricket.
Yeah,
You get a 10-minute power play. That's what it is.
It does change the game, especially when you lose your halfback.
We played fantastic with one down.
Having said that, Clifford's sin bin, because it wasn't for a high shot, it was a professional
foul. Yeah.
Yeah, I can sort of see where that one that could have been legit. It was close. I don't think it changed the game, and I don't think they awarded a penalty. Did they? Was that a penalty try? I can't remember now. I don't think it was.
No, it wasn't a penalty.
No, they got a penalty goal. Was that?
No.
Yeah, penalty goal. They got Tom Weaver 30.
Yeah, there you go.
Was it for that? At
Yeah,
the
that was
30th?
for that,
Yeah, you're
yeah.
right. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right. So
it's a
penalty
concern.
goal, but they didn't do a penalty try,
Wasn't a try. No. Thank
which
God.
is that's fair.
Yeah, I'm
But,
happy with that.
Yeah.
Look, I honestly, I don't mind a little bit of a professional foul. Like we had one, Jackson Purdue did one on the big chase down.
Yeah.
You know, if you save a try and they don't get a penalty try, I realise you go one down for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe not ethically above board, but you know, like if you get away with it and it saves you a try, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It just shows passion. Just shows
maybe.
passion.
I think we're not real subtle with them. Other
Oh, no,
teams,
no.
other teams tend to be a little more subtle.
No,
we
somebody
are just,
is now thing.
we are just blatant.
We're blatant. Blatant as it gets.
Absolutely blatant. Eddie Hewitt said, will Pistol reconsider backing Knights after the Eels put the Tigers to the sword? This was before the weekend. So,
Yeah, I didn't know the Eels had it in them.
No. They had to
In
win
Knights,
one. They had to
though?
win one eventually.
Yeah, I could back the Knights. I don't know about Pete.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Sammy Davis said, don't go to Rob for your nutritional advice. Thanks, Sammy. I can't remember. What did I
can't
say?
remember what that's in
What did I
regard
say
to.
last week?
I think it was when you guys were talking about foods and diets and things, and
Yeah, no. Don't go to me for nutritional advice.
you are wondering what the difference between a carbohydrate and a sugar was, and I'm sitting there going,
Yeah,
It's
right.
the same
"Guess
bloody
the
thing.
same thing.
Same thing.
Anything with OSE on the end of it is a sugar.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why milk is
But
Anyway,
then why is carbohydrate listed differently to sugars in your nutrition label?
I don't know, because layman's need it laid out for them.
I'm layman.
Some people avoid sugar but will still eat carbs.
Yeah.
Even though like carbs, sugars turn into
It's
carbs.
essentially the same thing.
It is, but it isn't.
Yeah,
I avoid both.
same but different, but
Yeah.
still same.
Yeah, I also avoid B12. That's a whole other story.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm going to need a lot of that on the weekend. Let's just say that at Magic Round. But before that, round 8 was on Saturday, the 26th of April, Queensland Country Bank Stadium. A healthy 20,000 in attendance to watch the Cowboys knock up a 50 over the Titans so you can rule the Titans out for 2025. They're not winning a premiership, having 50 put on them. Don't know
Booked.
that we ever thought that was going to happen. Anyway, 9 tries to 3.
It was a spree.
It was a spree, and a lot of it came in the second half. Jakey Clifford and Jeremiah Nanai in the first half, knocking one, and the 7th and 35th with the Titans putting 3 on in between there. I tell you what, it was 18-12 at halftime. I didn't feel, I wasn't personally concerned at 6 points down going into halftime because Cowboys are pretty good at coming good in the second half
Yep, it's our strategy.
and bringing it home. I did not expect us to put 50 on.
No,
no.
a lot of junk time, a 70, 73, 67, 70, 73, and 80. Like, we romped it in.
Oh, yeah. So Rob Darby, Jackson Purdue, Jeremiah Nano, Reece Robson, and then Darby again, Murray Talangi, and then Darby again.
Yeah, Darby had a field day.
A triple for the Darbs. So that was very, very nice. I don't like Scotty Drinkwater's kicking ability.
No, the
From the
lefty
left
from the left side,
Yeah,
not fantastic.
It doesn't work. I'm not sure why Clifford's not kicking. I thought he could.
Get Talangi in.
And I would have, well, I was getting to that. So Talangi in his 100th game, which I didn't know that was happening last week. So good research from me. But in his 100th game, slotting over, I think
he got an assistant.
One and only conversion.
It hit the post.
It's still,
but it counted.
It bounced in.
Made it even better.
It
good,
did.
Good feeder. What is this bug around here?
Must be you.
Oh, damn.
And just that one sin bin.
He got the win
on our side.
He got the try, and he got the goal. How good's that?
Look, he had an outing. I wish he had got one more try for one of the little multis I had on personally.
Just a little investment.
Aside from that, I'm more than happy. I did not pick Derby for 3. You're right there. And Triple X.
You got it.
Professor X. No worries.
Sorted.
Yeah. It looked like you were doing a bit of one of those German slap dance things.
A little bit.
Yeah. That was very good. Exactly what I was getting at.
A cracker of a game.
Cracker of a game. A good way to.
And it's been a while since we
finish
run
off.
up a tally on someone too.
It's been a while since we put.
Like we do tend to get ahead and it looks like we're going to win, but we can't let them score at the end and it tightens up a bit. You need a bit wishy-washy.
Yeah.
It's good that we put the accelerator down. We put our foot on their neck and really just squished them. You know, it was bloody good.
Well, we need more of that because our for and against was pretty average. It's actually only like -10 now.
Yeah, we need to run up a
actually
score.
Pretty good.
Let's go Cowboys.
So that's pretty handy against the Titans, and it bodes well for us going into next week versus the Wars, which is going to be a bit of a struggle. But before we get there, or not a struggle, but
Top 8, baby.
Before we get there, we're
Top
currently
8.
sitting
6th.
in 6th.
And I heard
spot.
someone say we could be 2 next week.
No, I don't think we can get to 2.
2 sounds a little high, but I heard someone saying we could get to 2nd.
I think there would have to be a lot of results.
I haven't done the math.
Actually, no, you're right. Bulldogs are sitting on 14 points. Storm, Raiders and Warriors on 12 points.
Mm-hmm.
And Broncos, Cowboys on 10 points.
Yeah, so we could get up there.
So technically,
For and against might hurt us a
the
little
for and
bit.
against is going to make it very difficult.
Yeah, we'd have to do a
The
cricket score.
Storm are going to have to get flogged by the Raiders,
Could happen.
and we're going to have to flog the Wars.
Could happen.
It could happen.
I mean,
And-
you boys will be there cheering us on. That's worth 8.
And even, see, the Storm play the Raiders, and they're second
Yeah.
and third on the 12 points. So that
It doesn't help things.
That doesn't help things. They could draw,
Mathematically,
but if they draw, if they draw, they'll only be on 13.
we could do it. We could get up there.
Oh, I don't know. I can't see it.
You're saying there's a chance.
There is a chance.
There's a chance. That's
There
all.
is a
I'll take it. I'll
chance.
take it.
No, I don't think we can make second. I think maybe third is a possibility.
I'll take 3rd.
Actually, I'm not even sure we can get that.
I'll take 4th.
Fourth is fine. Look, at this stage of the year,
You're saying there's a chance.
at this stage of the year, I'm still reserved on the ladder, meaning too much.
It's very early days.
It means a whole lot, unless we're in the top 3.
Then we're good.
In that case, it's nice. But it is nice to be in the top 8 after an 0-3.
Well,
start.
normally we're chasing to be in there at the end of the season. So it's nice to actually be in there at the start and hopefully we can stick it and stay up there for most of the season.
Yeah, well,
You know, lead from the front, boys.
given that I thought we had a pretty rough draw to begin with, given we were playing Rabbits and Panthers and we gave both of them a touch up. So,
True.
Yeah.
Well, Panthers didn't turn out to be too
Well,
strong this season.
No,
so we
but-
might have got them early.
yeah, well, it is what it is. 3, 2, 1s for this one. I'm going to read out Pistols first just to get him out of the way because who knows what he watched on the weekend. He's given 3 points to one Scotty Drinkwater, and his notes for that are just style and flair. I'll give him that. I don't think he had his best game. To me, it feels Drinky's a little bit out of form, but not.
He's not doing any amazing plays that you see sometimes. You
No.
go, wow, this guy's got the ball on the string.
It feels to me like he's just shy on confidence.
He's still doing good, though.
He's still doing good.
Yeah.
And I think it'll come back. But to me, it feels that way. He's given 2 points to Tommy Dearden, 5 try assists, a running game. The Queensland halfback this year.
Like to see it.
That's, it's a possibility. And 1 point he gave to Rob Darby, a hat trick. And it's good to 3DS poll points. 3DS poll.
Dally, surely free Daliums.
I don't know. He's just written 3DS poll points.
I took that as Daliums.
Okay. Yeah. I thought
that-
DMs, but 3
Yeah.
Dallies. 3
Free
DS.
Dally points. That's how I took it anyway.
Anyway, but yeah, hat trick to Rob Darby. Can't complain about that. I thought Rob Darby has had a quiet start to the season, but he's definitely
We're stepping up.
stepping up now.
Step it up.
It's gonna be when Braden Burns is waiting on the wings as well.
Yeah, true.
So-
And Braden Burns is a good lad, by the way. He's a nice guy.
Indeed. Morgan, you want to do yours?
Yeah, so I'll start with my 3 points. I've gone young Tommy Dearden for style and flair. No, hang on. I went commanded the game and drove the win. He was on fire. He was everywhere. He had the ball on the string. Everyone was singing his praises. He had an absolute cracker of a game.
Yep.
He will be playing Origin and he's going to win us a championship.
Okay.
I went Origin. I got mixed up here.
Yeah.
He's going to win us a Shield.
We
How's
know
that?
what you- we know
I
what
went
you
to Shield. The Shield, not the championship.
There you go.
He might give a championship
Might
too.
win both.
Number 2, I've gone Derby. Derby, he had an absolute corker.
Corker.
Most run meters, most line breaks, attacking flair and style. He is blossoming. He is turning into an absolute young gun. A young gun.
He's blossoming.
He's blossoming in front of our eyes. He is absolutely fantastic. I said at the start of this year, I said our most improved player would be Labert.
Yep.
I might have to say early, I got it wrong. I think Derby.
Well, it's funny you say that. I think Labert's going to struggle to get back
That's my worry.
into the team.
Yeah, that's my
'Cause
worry.
Vilea, who you'll get to in a minute,
Which we're coming to.
he's
He's come on too.
he is really coming on.
Because he had a few knockers at the start of the year
Yeah.
and that last year.
I mean, everyone did.
mainly in defence.
Yeah,
But as we're going to come to,
they're starting to gel that side.
he's looking pretty good too on the D. So you know what? Villamaya Vilea, he's also coming around.
I love that he still can't say his name.
I don't say it often. I normally say Vilea. I don't normally go over
VVS
Vivi.
Laxman.
VVS Laxman. He did a great pull shot for 6 in backward point.
Vivian.
Viv Richards. So we've gone 2 for Derby. 1 point I've gone Jackson Purdue.
Nice.
Developing nicely.
Yep.
He's looking fantastic every week. I think you can rely on him, you can trust on him, and he's going to have a good game every single week. So he's a starter.
Does all right for a bloody halfback.
Does fantastic.
Playing centre.
Yep. And once he gets a bit more muscle, a bit stronger, I reckon he'll be better in defence too.
I just hope that he enjoys playing centre and wants to keep doing it because I mean, look, if he wants to do something else, that's what he wants to do. But if he wants to be halfback and that's where he wants to play and that's where his heart is,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be
A trouble in future?
Well, possibly.
I hope not.
Good
'cause-
backup for us. Fantastic backup because then potentially Labert or Vilea fills that role on that side and then that's one less of a headache.
That's true.
However,
Well, look, where he's playing now, he's doing
Yeah.
good. So I'm happy with that. As long as he's happy, I'm happy.
I think our backup halfback is still Tom Duffy, who needs.
Man.
We keep saying he needs more games. Maybe he should play centre.
We could get him on. I think he will do good. See, these guys, right, like Derby and Purdue, they are coming good because they're getting solid minutes.
Correct.
And they're not fighting for their spot every week. They know they're going to be playing next week, right?
Well,
Well,
To a
that's the
point.
impression I get.
Yep.
I think Duffy never got a bad chance.
No.
You know, he came in, everyone roasted him,
well, he was completely green.
and then he went out again. So,
He'll be
and
back.
we
He'll
weren't going good at that time too. It
He'll be
helps to
back.
be on a good winning team.
Well, yeah.
When you're winning games, the whole team's looking good. Everyone's having a great time. So
Oh,
that helps too.
Duffy
He
will
was
be
playing in a losing team at the time.
Yeah.
So he'll come back. He'll be good.
Exactly.
Honourable mentions, Nanai.
Yep.
Coming back to form well after his drop in.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's done the trick. I think he may have got a message. Maybe he wants to play Origin still.
Does he? It might have been those defence jerseys, but he looks way fitter this week.
I wanted to come to the defence jerseys. It was weird seeing us in not like a white. It was almost like a bluish
Yeah.
thing.
Like
It-
a
it-
sky. I don't want to say sky blue, but
It was unusual, but I agree. He did look good in it.
Mm.
The whole team, I think, looked good in them. Good jerseys.
I mean, he's
but
looking fit. I don't want to say he
he's-
looks good. you know.
He's looking better. I reckon he looks pretty good.
I don't think it was the
Handsome
best
unit.
colour scheme again to verse the Titans in though.
No.
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 No, because I was, like I've said before, I like to drink when I watch the game, and I'm sitting there going, "Fuck, which team's which again?"
too.
We don't know who's who here.
And who else have I got? Vilea. Good defense, big try, save and tackle.
Mm.
So shout out to you, VV.
Yeah,
V squared.
Ooh, Okay.
Yeah, V squared.
I'll just like VV.
VV? Okay, done. So, yeah, chat bad my 3-2-1s of this week.
All right. I've gone Jeremiah Nanai for all the reasons you mentioned. In fact, I was thinking that today. He did come back well into form after he was dropped. I think that has 100% done the trick, and he is actually way back into Origin form. I mean, he's cracking that line like it's nothing at the moment. I don't like to compare to previous players, but it has a bit of that Ethan Lowe cracking the line go about him at the moment. Probably with a little bit more speed. But anyway, Tommy Dearden, I gave 2 points for all the reasons you guys mentioned as well. He's just he's going to be I think he will be the Queensland halfback.
He has to
I
be.
like it. It's definitely
Surely.
shoe in. And for 1 point, Jackson Purdue, Professor X,
Oh, Professor X, I forgot that.
Triple X.
Yeah, that's good.
4X, all the above. So, yeah, Jackson Purdue, who's just got he's just taken that centre position and run with it. I don't know. I haven't got a better analogy. That's all I've got. But
He is really making it his own, though. If he wants to have it, then I
his.
think it's his.
yeah,
You know?
Absolutely.
And he should really. Like, I get that you have your position you want to play and all that, and you grew up playing this position, that's what you want to do. But if you're playing at the top flight of the game, you are playing in the best competition in the world
and killing it.
and doing good and killing it, and all the commentators and all the fans and all the pundits and analysts are saying you are doing really good, then you know what? Just play good in that position you're in.
For a centre that really could do with putting on another 10, 15 kilos.
Yeah,
Like he's
take the W.
just a tall, lanky guy.
Yeah.
You make it your own.
Yep.
That could be his career
It 100% could be. And
as a centre.
he could play that in Origin, and, the sky's the limit.
I didn't want to suggest it, but it's on the cards. Maybe not this year. But
Maybe not this year. I think this is too early. But a bit like Dearden. Remember Dearden came in and then he just absolutely cooked. He cooked the whole time.
He did.
And it became the new launch of Tom Dearden, right?
Yeah.
This could be the same for Purdue.
Yeah, 100%. All right. I like it. You have any 3-2-1s there, Bill? Or you,
Oh, nah.
just mulled on it? Just agree.
No,
just agree with ours.
I'd just like to say that I think Dearden scored 135 in Supercoach this week.
All right.
And
It's not saying cricket.
and he and I had him on my bench not scoring, which
Oh,
I was,
disaster.
which I was very stoked about. And then I think Drinky turned up as well, so he can have a 3 or a 2 or a 1.
How does that happen? Did you not sub him in, or what happened here?
What I did was I've sort of worked out my team, and then I clicked optimize to see what my
And benched him.
highest projected score would be, and then I didn't think to go back through and actually put the people in. So I had Luke Brooks at half.
It benched
Sorry.
Tommy D.
Sorry, I had Luke Brooks at 5'8", and he scored like in the 20s or 30s.
I'll tell you what, the AI is not what it's cracked up to be. If you're benching Tommy D, that's no good.
I also had Tommy D benched.
Oh, boys, you dogs. I don't play Supercoach, but if I did, he would be my captain.
Oh, no.
No captain, no captain.
I had Drinky as my captain, which sort of pulled me out of the shit a little bit.
A little
but-
bit. Did you win?
Hey,
Win the game?
did I win the game?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah, right.
Actually, I don't know what my head
Did you win?
was.
You're like the dad going into the kid. You're winning, son.
Yeah, you win in. At least you win. If you get the W.
My captain was somehow Connor Tracy, and the Bulldogs got flogged by the Broncos. So, I lost my.
It looks like I did
Game.
win a head-to-head.
Unbelievable.
But I
boys.
think I'd had my best score so far for the year, which was 1,259.
Jeez, that's not bad.
That's right.
I got 990.
Yeah, I was in the 900s when I played.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
but because they've got the flex player, that it's like some
Yeah.
people seem to be scoring in the 1,300s every single week, and I'm just like, this shit's rigged.
It's a guy against me. He's got 1,300 on his too. So that's, I think
Told
it
you
is rigged.
Supercoach.
I don't like it.
I'll stick to Timmon.
Yeah, the only reason I'm playing Supercoach this year is because I forgot to
Oh,
unsubscribe.
now you're stuck in it.
So I'm stuck. I'm
Oh.
like, well, I'm getting my money's worth from the damn thing now.
Thank you for your service,
Bloody
Rob.
News Corp. Round 9. It's Magic Round.
And your birthday.
And my birthday. So,
On the third, right?
round, that's right.
Yeah.
And it just
Yeah.
happens to be against the Wars at Suncorp Stadium.
Big game, big day.
Big, it's going to be, I'm probably going to struggle to remember this. I'm going to have to take notes as we go for the pod, which I'm not here for next week, just quietly.
I was just about to say,
Yeah, I get back
it's
on
just
Tuesday.
hit me that we might have a few late outs
Yeah.
on next Monday night.
We might have to record Tuesday.
Yeah, I think Tuesday's a
Maybe.
smart move.
Yeah.
Because we may get an appearance on Pistol if we go Tuesday too.
I'm back in town Tuesday morning.
Yep,
So I should be good by the afternoon.
Tuesday night. All right.
Maybe.
We'll chalk you in and we'll put Pete at 10%.
I'm taking Monday as a day in Brisbane just to sleep.
Recover.
Yeah.
Recovery day.
It's my recovery
Do
day.
you have a late checkout?
No, early. I leave early Tuesday morning.
Oh, nice. Okay, but
So even
yeah,
better.
sweet. That's what you
Yeah.
want.
So we'll see what happens there. But Warriors currently in 4th spot, Cowboys in 6th. And this one is at Suncorp Stadium. as
Game
we
of round, I
mentioned. Well, why not? Look, it's people up the top of the ladder, and you got Sharks, Eels, Roosters, Dolphins, Rabbits, Knights beforehand. That's all pretty. Could go either way. Tigers, Dragons, Titans, Bulldogs. That'll be, you would think, a flogging. Panthers, Broncos, Storm, Raiders is the last game of the round. That could be okay.
That could be okay.
You would think, and kind of. I don't know, Raiders have got it over Storm a bit, generally.
Raiders
So,
are going good too. They're going good this season.
I would like to see them beat the Storm. But anyway, we'll get to that later. The Cowboys taking on the Wires, as we mentioned. I don't see the team for the Cowboys that we're recording on Monday night, so we don't have the team list. I can't see
Any injuries that we know of?
I don't think so.
think
I'm not aware of any.
No. I can't even remember anybody limping or anything like that. I think
No.
everyone's okay. So I expect a full 1-17 as named. Did you see, though, that I think it was McLean wore the 22 jersey because the number 8 jersey or something wasn't big enough for him.
Oh, really? Oh,
So
I
he
missed
had
that.
to put on the 22.
Actually, I saw Macca yesterday. I was walking into Bunnings, and he was walking out, and I thought, he's a friggin' mountain of a man, isn't he?
He's not a small human.
No.
Yeah, no. I thought I saw Breather today.
Yeah?
Wasn't Breather, just a
Oh,
random
no.
dude with curly hair. Very.
It was ironic too because I left Bunnings at Fairfield, walk into Woolies over the road, and Semi Valame walked out of there.
Oh,
Everyone's around.
Yeah,
And again, it's one of those good things about Townsville where one team town, and these guys are just out and about,
Just
as
chilling.
per normal. Just
Semi's
doing his
jacked.
thing.
He probably
Running.
just left for gym too. He's a beast.
he is. All right, very good. So yeah, Cowboys Warriors at 5:30 on Saturday. If you do happen to be at Suncorp Stadium this weekend, have a look out for a couple of guys wearing these things, the On the Ranch
Keep
hats.
your eyes open.
Keep your eyes open. Look out for me. Look out for Pistol. We will be around.
If you hear a panic and
in
tingling,
ting, ting.
tinkling with ice,
Ting ting. I was just going to check which bay I'm in. I think it's something like 340, section 340.
yeah, we'll get on down to 340. Say hello to Rob.
In all 3 days, I'm in section 340, different rows.
Shout him a drink. What are you drinking? Are you on the
Different
dickle?
rows. Look, it's if it's Saturday,
Yep.
it could be anything.
Yep.
However, I do plan on pacing myself on the Friday.
Okay.
Um,
Smart move.
It is a test match.
Yep.
As we have established. Thursday night, I'm still deciding whether I'm going to be going to the Women's State of Origin,
Oh, okay.
which is on the Thursday night, also at Suncorp.
That'd be nice.
Have not decided if we're going to that at this stage, but
Just wing it.
we'll just wing it. But do plan to be in a Cowboys outfit at most of those events.
Sounds like a corker.
The only game that I will be missing live is that's going to be the first game on the Saturday, which is Rabbits versus Knights, because I will be at Eagle Farm.
Yeah, at the races.
I'll be at the races.
Not at Shatin.
Not at Shartin. I'll
No.
be at Eagle Farm. So look out for us there as well if you happen to be
Punting.
there.
Punting at the track.
Punting or otherwise.
Mm.
I can't say I'm a good punter in Queensland. So that's,
Yeah, right.
that could end poorly. Most
So-
of my stuff is Victoria and New South Wales.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's an interesting
I'm
little
not too
tidbit
bad.
of information.
Not too bad down there. No good at Eagle Farm.
No
So
good at Eagle Farm, and that's where you're heading to.
That's where I'm heading to. But I've never
look
been to
up.
Eagle Farm
It's
either.
your
so
birthday. You have a bit of birthday
That's
luck.
right. Yes.
Chuck
Well,
on some parlays.
I may not remember a damn thing after this.
Probably
weekend,
not.
So
Probably not. But I'm sure it'll be a good day. So if you see Rob, make sure you get a photo, get a selfie with him, get a hat, get a mug, get a pannikin, shout him a drink. Make sure he's hydrated, please. His wife asks, please look after him.
I don't think she cares. She's
It
just
does-
like, you want to punish yourself, off you go.
and just make sure he gets back in one piece.
Yeah, well,
But man's good
look
kids.
after me. It's even just conscious.
Conscious will
would
do.
be nice. Yeah,
Barely functioning conscious.
that's fine. Barely
Yeah.
functioning is possible.
Yep.
Get away with that. Like I said, don't have to be home till Tuesday. So
Good point.
we'll see how
Are you hiring a car or are you just Ubering and walking?
I'm just walking.
Yeah,
I
well,
suppose it's
Oh,
my
so
So
you
you
just
think
get
his blood alcohol is going to be below
Mate,
0.05 to
so-
drive?
Oh, that's a fair call.
My
So
room-
you won't have to worry about driving yourself to an airport. You just have to get yourself in an Uber and you're sweet.
correct. That's exactly what
Oh,
I'm
well,
doing.
yeah,
Or to
sort
the
of.
train. Just
The
sort of
train.
depends on.
If you
on
want to
what's happening.
spend $25 or $26 on that one little bit between the last stop and the airport,
Yes.
I'll give you a
Hey,
hot
get the
tip.
air train.
I'll
yeah,
give you a hot tip.
that's the one, isn't it?
That goes right to the airport.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that little bit of railway line's privately owned by whoever. So,
Oh, yeah,
it's not covered by the 50-cent fares. It's
No.
Oh, it's good railway line. Right?
Air train in. I've looked at it on when I arrive on Thursday. Is $20 to South Brisbane where I'm staying.
That's not
yeah,
bad.
right.
That's not bad.
Yeah, under $20,
Well,
and then
that's
everywhere
still-
else is 50 cents
Yeah, right. I mean, that's still better than walking
Mm.
or spending $35 on an Uber.
or
Or,
$50 for a cab.
Here's a tip: don't get Uber, get a Diddy.
Diddy?
I've been Diddying around,
No,
and it
Diddy.
is literally sometimes half the
that's
price.
not the right name.
30%
sure it is.
cheaper than Uber. It's called Diddy, D-I-D-I. I've been Diddying around.
Di-di.
No, not Diddy.
Not P Diddy.
No. It's called Diddy.
It's 100%.
But legit, it is the exact same people as Uber. It's the same drivers. It's just cheaper. It's fantastic.
I'm glad that you clarified the spelling because I was about to Google D-I-double-D-Y.
I rate it. Get on the Diddies if you need to. Anyone go to Magic Round. Get off the Ubers. Get on the Diddies. D-I-D-I.
Diddies, eh?
Yep.
Choose
I
your
rate it.
vehicle time. All right.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
I've been using Diddy for a while. It's a go.
I'm planning on scootering around
Scooter will work.
Brisbane as well. They got the REO ones that we've got here. You know, those white three-wheel.
White freewheelers. That'd be good after a
I
couple.
don't think I saw any when I was down there a couple of weeks ago.
They've just
but they've
got
got
the-
the actual push bikes you can sit on and
No, I have a
ride
line bikes.
instead.
No, I don't
Yeah.
want to be pedaling.
Oh, you don't have to, I don't think.
I'm less than I think it's like 1 kilometre from the stadium is where I'm staying, so I'm not too concerned about that part of it. But
And if you're staying at South Bank, it sounds like you're not going to have to go up the famous steps.
I don't. Well, I probably will because what's the north side? It's the famous steps. No, that would be the south
As
side.
you come in from Roma Street, CBD side, you got to go up the steps to the overpass. You know the big steps.
No, I mean I've seen the steps in your photos.
Yeah.
I've never been there. so
I think
don't
if you're coming in from South Bank, I'm pretty sure you're going to skip a step. You are going to skip the steps.
know. Okay.
So just make sure at some point you pay the steps a visit.
I'll
holy
give
steps.
the steps a visit. Look, if I think of it, I'll be posting photos and
Go live.
Instagrams.
Oh, actually, you know what? Can I
See
put a
what I can
request in?
Yeah.
Can you go live and do a Pete on the spot?
You're going to have to remind me.
I will.
At some point. Pete's going to do it on the spot. And
Fantastic.
we'll try to get together and sort that out
Yeah, fantastic.
on the Saturday. It's going to be a struggle.
Oh, it'll be rough
We
going.
might have to
but
pre-record.
It'll be worth it.
We'll see
It'll
what
be
we
worth
can
it.
do. But Diddy, and not the
Not the Uber.
Not-
Get on the Diddy.
Not the baby
Not-
oil.
not the
connoisseur.
PD.
not the
Not the-
baby oil Diddy.
Not the P Diddy. No, not the P Diddy.
Hey, look, different postcode. You know, whatever
Hey,
happens.
look.
Whatever
Hey.
happens in Bris Vegas stays in Bris Vegas.
Just quietly, if Trent takes you to West End Bathhouse, don't go.
I'm not planning on that. Very good. All thanks to Molly's this week for your $15 crumb steak. Head there on a Tuesday, $20 beer and burger on a Wednesday. You know the drill by now. $15 palmy. He keeps putting
Cob loaf on Saturdays.
cob loaf on Saturdays. He keeps putting these things up. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be eating this cheaply in Brisbane.
Oh, you
I
won't
know
be?
that- I know that for.
I'll
for
tell
a
you what,
fact.
Irish Murphys ain't cooking food like Molly Malones in Townsville.
Is that right?
Hot tip.
Nowhere near it.
Nowhere close.
No, well,
Nowhere close.
That's a shame.
But
I
you want
think-
to
certainly-
find
certainly-
Pete.
Certainly cost
If you
twice
want to
as much.
find Pete, Irish Murphys is
Irish
definitely a
Murphys.
place to start.
I'll have to add that. I'll have
Yes.
to star that one on Google so I know
Yeah,
where to
star
find
it,
it.
yes.
Yeah, and
Yep.
track that one down. All right. So as we head into as much as that as we're allowed to play these days, otherwise we get cancelled off Spotify.
Yeah, we're going to have to find a new song.
We're gonna have it. Someone's got to find us some jingles.
Yes.
I think that was in your to-do
Yes,
list.
it was.
for
I
this
was
year.
going to. It turns out jingles are harder than I expected.
Yeah, they certainly are. This week's multi is the Not Pistols multi because last week, well, I think he only had 3 legs, but only one of them came off, and it happened to be the Cowboys one.
Yeah.
And I added Bulldogs to that, and Broncos ended up flogging the Bulldogs, so that didn't work out very
Didn't
well.
quite work out
at
too
all.
well.
No, wasn't impressed with that.
This one is a absolute take it to the bank, take it to your super fund, take it to your financial advisor. This is guaranteed to hit. I stand by this. My name is Morgan on the ranch. I stand by this multi is hitting damn sure this weekend.
I feel like we need to have one of those really quickly read disclaimers.
Red Novros on the ranch podcast.
Past history is not an indicator of future performance.
Yes.
So the standard multi this week, or the not pistols multi this week, as assembled by the three guys sitting at this
The
table.
boys.
I'm
The
not
boys.
Gonna, I'm not going to name names, but mostly Morgan. And
I strongly encouraged a certain style of bet.
you certainly did. Now,
Yeah.
I'll read them out first. So it's Sharks head-to-head. Cronulla Sharks versus Parramatta Eels head-to-head.
Done.
Next leg we have on the list is the Gold Coast Titans versus the Canterbury Bulldogs. We're taking the
We're
Bulldogs.
taking the Dogs.
Sorry, we're taking the Bulldogs
It's just-
to beat the Gold Coast Titans. We're also taking Hawthorn to beat Richmond in the AFL.
Locked in.
Locked in, absolute lock. We're jumping sports now over to a little bit of darts, and we've done this before.
We love the darts here at On the
We
Ranch.
do love the darts. You and I do.
Yep.
Pistol does not. But Luke Littler is
Luke the
taking on,
Nuke.
is taking on Stephen Bunting.
Now, Stephen Bunting is a good player. He's a good dartsman.
Yeah, but he's no Luke the Nuke.
He's no Luke the Nuke, that's for sure. He's
not
not
at all.
world champ.
Now we're jumping to one of those sports that I don't think many of us watch. And
I don't think anyone does anymore, do they?
there's about 3 people go to these games, but it's the Brumbies versus the Tars, and we're taking the Brumbies in this one.
Maybe you went to like an old grammar school from Victoria or something. You're still watching the rugby?
And I'm pretty sure we only picked them because of the odds. And,
Yeah.
Because we know
We
nothing
did.
about rugby union.
But go
And
Brumbies.
Go the Brumbies. And then to top it off, we're taking the Boston Celtics in the NBA to beat the Orlando Magic.
I reckon that's a shoe in too.
This is all head-to-head.
Yeah.
All of it's head-to-head. There's nothing complicated. We don't
It's
need
an
any
easy-
team to win 30 plus.
Easy straight 6.
Now, where this sort of falls, it doesn't fall down, but where this is, and this is where we're going to cop a bit of shit.
It's
from
where it's going to
Pete.
stand up.
This is how it's going to stand up.
Yeah.
With a power play,
It's not going to, you're not going to retire off it, friends.
but we're looking to bank some cash here.
Yeah, we're just trying to get a W. We just need a dub on the board.
We've gotten 18 months without a W.
We need a dub.
18 months, Peter.
It's
18 months.
It's like me in high school. Big dry spell. you just need a W to get a bit of confidence.
Look, it's paying. Oh, I'm so hesitant. To say.
It's sub 100.
It's
Just to prepare you, it's sub 100 to us.
payout is sub 100. Look, power played, it's $3.78 is what it's paying.
It's
So
not a lot.
if you put $20 on it, you get 75.
But you know what? If someone said in the street, here's $20, and then you turn that in $80,
$20 is $20.
you would be very happy.
You would. Sharks paying $1.47. Hawks are $1.06. Look, the Sharks actually over the Eels is the longest leg. So everything else is a shoe in.
These are longer legs than I wanted.
This is-
I was pushing for shorter legs.
I know.
I was pushing for Inouye in the boxing who was paying $0.01, friends, to get a win.
So look, we're just going for the W.
we're going for a
win.
W.
So
It's not subtle. It's blatant. Just going for a W.
as much ribbing as we're going to cop from Pistol Blazing Two Guns, who can't handle 3 days of drinking.
Well, I'm guessing. I'm punting that he may not hear this.
You reckon he's that?
It's
busted?
possible. It's possible.
okay, all
So
right,
we
well-
might sneak in a W, and he may not realise how we did it. That's what I'm hoping.
Look, it goes into the coffers, and
It does. It gets us going for another couple
doesn't
of
get
weeks.
spoken about again. But
Yep.
yeah, have a look at that one. It's the Sharks, the Bulldogs, the Hawks, Luke Littler, the Brumbies, and the Boston Celtics.
And if you know how to watch for Brumbies, let us know, because I think it's a while since I've seen them on TV.
That one's brought to you by Fusion Networks for all your glitches and your switches.
Yeah,
And
email, data, internet,
data, Microsoft
computers.
365.
Yeah, Google Workspace, but please don't talk to me about it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, we got a couple Google Workspaces.
Who
kicking around.
does that?
Nah, no
Horrible.
one proper.
Microsoft 365. Run with it. Tipping comps. These ones are brought to you by Molly Malones, the best Irish pub in town.
Best in North Queensland.
Beth. Suddenly I've developed a lisp.
I didn't find a better Irish pub in the Tablelands, I'll tell you that.
No, it wouldn't happen. It just simply wouldn't be there. The tipping comp, the public comp, is currently being led or being won, or currently in front at round 8 is Cal ... He's used a joker, or she, and tipped 7 to screech out to a 47-point total score. 1 point ahead of Townsville Man, currently on 46. On 44 points is Pistol Lover 997 and Sweeney on the wing. And then on 42, we have Reggie Bacon, NB Sports Fan, Connor Musa, and Valentine Fly Holmes. And then on 41, Mam Cunster. Oh, I just said that out loud. Dominate. That looks like a number plate that has been translated. Morgan is my hero, Kirky, Sugar Glider, and the Irk. Oh, good old Irk, who's been around since the beginning, as have many others. That's your top 14 because a whole bunch of people are on 41 points. So, look, it's getting to be a bit of a spread towards the top there. 47 leading it off. In 28th spot is the Potato on 38 points.
It's beating the pants off me.
Yeah, you're not alone there. Now, look, I'm really hesitant to bring this up, but Pistol Blazing Two Guns is in 66th spot, having tipped 5. He's on 36 points. And 1 point behind him is both myself and Fusion Morgan.
Yeah, isn't that sad?
We are 72nd and 73rd.
I went from being top 10.
This is first time ever
I'm losing.
that Pistol is beating us.
I know, it's disgusting.
Sorry, I stand corrected because he once tipped a perfect round in round 1.
Yeah,
like 4 years
that's
ago.
tough to count.
And then went severely downhill from there.
This is crazy. We need to pull our finger out.
Cowboy
and
Chicken.
the Potato.
Don't worry. Cowboy Chicken is in 119th spot.
Yeah, I think the Cowboy Chicken's hanging out with my chickens at home.
Yeah.
You used a joker and
R.I.P.
got 3.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, look, I
good round.
That's rough.
I had a good feeling about it too. So I'll actually, I'll have a think about these. I reckon I'll joker this one.
Good move.
I went up 3 places.
Well, look, it's better than a poke in the eye with a
That's
wet stick.
something.
Yeah.
Or something like that. On the Patreon tipping comp, Valentine Fly Holmes is out in front on 42, Sugar Glider in second, Grizzly 87 in third, and then Hawk for Life, Chris Reed, and Big Donk 81 are on 38 points. So that's 4 points behind the leader there. So pretty tight at the top as we go into round number 9, Magic Round, kicking off Friday the 2nd of May. The Sharks, this is all at Suncorp Stadium, which, at the risk of stating the obvious, the Sharks are $1.50. The Eels are $2.60. I'm going to go the Sharks. The Potato has also gone the Sharks. Bill?
Yeah, I've gone the Sharks by 8.
By 8, correct. You do need a margin on that. I'm going to go by 4. No, I'm going to go by 8 as well. I like your thinking.
Sharks by a converted try.
Ooh. Yeah, 6. Okay.
Yep.
Very good. I was
That's
for some
six.
reason
That's
I was
six.
thinking
That's
yeah.
6, Rob.
For
That's 6.
some reason I was thinking like 2. I don't know why.
Not a penalty goal.
Not a could happen. Who knows? After the Sharks just got rolled by Tigers too. 8:05 p.m. at Suncorp on the Friday is the Roosters $1.85. The Dolphins are $1.95. It could go each way. I'm going to go fins up for this one. The Potato has gone the Roosters, Bill.
No, I'm going to go fins up.
I like it. And that guy over there, Morgan.
I'm going to Dolphins only because it's Magic Round at home.
Yeah, that's basically the
Yep.
formula I use for that too. So
Yep.
you can change your tip whenever you like to. Don't follow me. Where we're going's dark.
Yeah, exactly.
Dark place.
Saturday, 3rd of May, best day all year is at 3 p.m. Suncorp Stadium. Don't know why I keep saying Suncorp. It's the Rabbitohs, $1.67. The Knights are $2.20. Yeah, I think the Rabbits have got this one. The Potato has gone the Knights. Billy?
I've gone the Rabbits for this one.
Yeah, good choice, Morgan.
Buns up.
Buns up.
Buns up, baby.
Okay, all right. The game of the round at 5:30 p.m. on Saturday, the 3rd of May. New Zealand Warriors are $2. The Cowboys are $1.80. I think the Cowboys have got this one in the bag, and that's not my blue and grey glasses speaking. The Potato's gone the Warriors. A bit of a concern there, but I think the Potato is literally flipping a coin. So anyway, whatever. Bill?
Oh, Cowboys all the way.
I like it.
Every week.
Morgan?
Look, Cowboys on a heater. Warriors on a losing streak. Oh, not really, actually. I looked at the wrong
You
thing.
did look at the wrong
That's
thing.
embarrassing. Cowboys all the way.
Very good. The next game is at 7:45. The Tigers are $1.80. The Dragons are $2. This one is literally flip a coin. I think the Tigers are going to keep the roll on. The Potatoes gone the Dragons. Bill?
Give me the Tigers.
I like it. Morgan?
Where's this one played?
Lang Park.
Lang Park. Yeah, I'll go with Tigers.
I like your thinking. Sunday, the 4th of May, 150. Suncorp, Titans, $4. Bulldogs, $1.25. I'm going the Doggies to bounce back after that bit of a shellacking. And the Potatoes gone the Dogs as well.
Yeah, well, you can't back someone who got 50 put on them the week before.
There's no point. No, they're not going to win anything.
They're not going to win anything.
No,
Yeah.
that's right. Morgan.
In honor of Bill's new pet, new
Right.
dog,
Yep.
I'm going doggies.
Got a cat as well.
Yeah, there's no pen.
There is in the next game.
Yeah,
And that
yeah,
is
it's went to shit.
It's a black,
That is-
it's a black cat too.
the next game is
True.
actually 2 teams worth of cats. 4:05 p.m. The Panthers are $2.15. The Broncos playing an away game at Suncorp are $1.70. God, yeah, this is killing me. I'd really like to see Panthers get up for this, but I'm going to have to tip the Broncos fucking things. And the Potatoes got the Broncos. Bill.
I'm going to go with a new formula this week, and every week I'll back the team that's a cat,
Oh,
No, that's not bad.
especially if it's a black one.
I like it. So, you're going
Yeah,
the
so give me the
Panthers.
Panthers over the Broncos.
Very good. All right. Very good. Morgan?
Bronx for me. Is Walshy back?
Yeah. No, I don't think he
I
is.
think so.
No, I'll still go Bronx.
I think he's 4 weeks or something.
Yes, I think that's
All
what
the
I saw
better.
too.
He's a pest.
They seemed to go all right without him last week.
Yeah.
6:25, last game of the round. Storm are $1.50 up against the Raiders at $2.60. I'm going bucking the trend here and going the Raiders. I think they've got it over the Storm. The Potato has gone the Storm, and Bill has gone.
Yeah, I've gone the Storm just because I know. Well, looking at stats the other day, and they've only missed the top 8 twice since their inception in '98,
Yeah,
and not including the year that it got taken off them because they cheated.
yeah. Well, there's it's the Storm.
Accidental accounting. No, just had a little audit in.
Totally. Yeah,
Not intentional.
happy accident.
I've gone my Storm.
Okay, no worries. And Pistol has gone. He went Sharks by 10, the Dolphins, Souths, the Cowboys, the Tigers, the Titans,
Oh, Titans.
Penrith,
Yeah.
and Canberra.
Huh.
So completely predictable.
That is definitely Pete's tip, and you
Yeah.
can tell that.
You can tell that.
You can tell he's not taken hostage and someone else has taken his place.
Definitely not. And that was definitely him on the speak pipe before. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I've heard pistol like that.
Yeah, I'm well accustomed with a busted pistol, and that was most certainly it. So, that's going to be round 9. That is Magic Round, and I'm very much looking forward to this one. I honestly think that the Cowboys versus the Warriors is the game of the round. That's no bias there. Storm Raiders could be close, but I think we've definitely got it, and we've got the prime time Saturday afternoon position as well. So.
Yeah, I think it's the potentially the closest game. It's the most exciting game.
Definitely. It's two sides that are, it's the 295 entries.
Yeah.
1995, two teams in their 30th year. Probably the two teams that are almost like the second team for everybody.
Yep, that's true. You got a bit of Anzac going on, Australia, New Zealand.
Yeah, 100%.
After that,
Well, the Garrison town
Garrison
for the
City, yeah,
Cowboys
for sure.
and the Warriors representing New Zealand. So I like your
Yeah.
thinking. That's really
New Zealand
good.
has a few patrol boats.
They do. No Air Force.
They got a couple surveillance planes.
We help them out.
I think I got a helicopter.
Definitely noticed that it looks like menu log's been dropped this week because we got no Friday night footy feed to
Oh, we
talk
got
about.
Oh no! What's happened there? They talked tacos and
Wings.
wings last
Yeah.
week,
Yeah.
and nothing ever since. Actually, I think they had tacos and wings the last 2 weeks, and then
Normally
nothing
Subway
after
gets a run too.
that. Yeah. So no one's sponsoring anything. This,
Disappointing.
maybe that's just ESPN.
Tough week on footy tips.
Yeah.
ESPN's going to run out of money.
You don't get to eat in Magic Round. How
No.
rude's that?
No.
Anyway, we're praying for absolutely no sin bins. I'm not counting on it, but
I think it's going to be Sin Bin City. But you should be able to bet on how many Sin Bins
All right.
will be over under.
I was just going to say over under 16.
Yeah, I was going to say 15. I reckon 2 each game.
Wow.
I reckon over 16 easy.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Over 2 a game.
If they keep going with the same alleged crackdown,
Yep.
over 2 a game easy.
Yeah, I could see that. I reckon you could definitely see over.
And one team is going to have 11 players on the field this week.
That would be exciting to see.
I know. I hope it's not us.
Genuinely
If it's us,
exciting.
I'm going to shoot myself in the foot.
It would actually be really interesting to see if two teams had 11 and just see how that goes.
Just play nines.
Play not. It basically is almost playing nine.
Suits Cowboys.
I'm for it.
I'm all for it.
I'm all for it too.
I'm not really. I don't want to see that.
I mean,
No,
it's
I
not
don't
good for
wanna
the game, but it's
Well, it's
exciting
like-
and different.
Yeah, it's the kind of shit that makes you just stand up and walk away, and then you just pretend it didn't happen and come again next week.
Yeah, well, we'll see
Yeah.
what happens there.
It's going to be interesting to have a crowd goes after a few drinks at the Caxton
Oh.
and then a few send-offs by Belinda.
Well, they can't arrest everybody if they storm the field, right?
Yeah, true. That's true.
Also, this week, which we sort of half mentioned, but we haven't really mentioned, is the Women's State of Origin kicking off. Also, Suncorp Stadium on Thursday night. That's at 7:45. Maroons home game there against the Blues women. So,
Go the Queensland Maroons.
Go the Queenslanders.
Go women's.
Are they coming back to Townsville this year?
They're at Allianz for game 2 and then McDonald Jones
Ah,
in
okay.
Newcastle.
Yeah,
So they're doing
Newcastle.
the Newcastle country trip.
That's boring.
Well,
if
that
you call that a
sucks.
country trip.
Because I really enjoyed that game last year.
Yeah,
And you
absolutely.
could get some really nice seats for like a third of the price of what they would be for a Cowboys game. Too.
Exactly, yeah.
Good point.
Kira Dib is poised
Yep.
to play for the Blues this year as well. So
Oh.
I know she's a New South Welshman, but it's Kira.
Yeah, it's Kira. It's our Kira.
It's our Kira.
Need to get
Good
her
luck,
on.
Kira.
What's that?
Need to get her on.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, it's a good
I
move.
like your thinking.
Good move.
If
Bill.
anyone knows Kira Dib, give her a shout out for us.
Give us a shout.
Pete's our organizer,
Yeah.
and so yeah, we'll see what happens there.
Mm.
We're going to be curious.
Yeah, totally. Probably shouldn't let him in the same room with. Did I just say that out loud?
Not
My
this
bad.
week.
Find us all at On The Ranch NQ on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Hit me up, XR Bob, on any one of those this weekend, and we'll try to meet up somewhere.
Meet at the
To be-
Caxton,
to
meet
be
at the
fair-
stadium.
to be
Where
fair,
are you? Bay 340?
Thereabouts. Yeah, I think I said that.
We'll post up Rob's seat details.
Not my exact seat,
and
mate.
just go say
I'm
hello.
in Bay 340. Hit
Yeah,
me
well-
up on one of the messages, and I'll
Just put his barcode there and first in, best dressed.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Thanks for that. Pistol should be at the On The Spot Facebook page. Surely he recovers by the weekend. Morgan Holmes Evans is on all those socials as well. Thank you to Fusion Networks.
I'll be holding down the fort up here with Billy since everyone else is going to be away at Magic.
Damn straight. Please follow our Facebook. Send us a message on SpeakPipe. Head over to ontherangenq.myshopify.com and
Buy a hat, buy a pannikin.
Panic and get yourself some merch. Join the tipping comp. You can still do that. Or join the Patreon. You can still do that. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that little bell so you know when our YouTube clip turns up. We didn't get one last week because Billy wasn't here. That's how good we are with this. Bill is the expert. Like, share, subscribe. See?
I encourage speak pipes on the Sunday afternoon after a big weekend too, by the
Totally.
way.
I'll see how many I can send this week.
I want to wrap up of a weekend on the speak pipe.
This will be good. Thanks very much for listening, and you will catch us next week. Same bat time.
Same bad channel.
Up the Cowboys.
Go Cows.
Go the Cowboys.
Queensland.